Let's get to some real estate information. As we always like to do on the show, we're going to bring you some relevant, up-to-date real estate information. We are in a new year. There are a lot of things that's going on in this new year. We've got a shutdown that's took place.
Yes.
How's that affecting things? All right, we may or may not talk about some of that a little bit, but it does play a role.
Mm-hmm.
All of everything, man, plays a role in what's going on in the real estate market.
Right.
Now, last year, throughout the whole year, we told you the type of market that we were in. Home prices were rising, so on and so forth. We're too early in this year to be able to tell exactly what's going to happen. Is that trend going to continue? Are we going to level out? We're just too early in the year to tell that. But we're going to talk to you today about the topic of the show is how to price your home correctly. Now, here's the good thing.
Yeah.
The info we're going to give you today, it does not matter what's going on as far as the economy goes. It's going to work. Good economies, bad economies, hot markets, cold markets. These processes that we're going to talk to you about today, they're going to work whenever, however you need that. So, you're going to sell a home this year, this is going to be good information. You know somebody that's going to sell a home this year, this is going to be a good information.
Right.
You know somebody even thinking about, where do I start? This is going to be some good information that you will want to pass along. So as Dave told you at the beginning of the show, like, share, and invite. Help us to spread this around. Even if you're eventually watching us on the replay, share the information.
Yes.
We really appreciate that for you guys. So we do know. Here's what we do know. Let's get into it now. Here's what we do know in any market. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, right? In any market, the price of the home is a major player.
Big deal.
A major player in whether that home gets sold or expires, stays on the market, whatever.
Right.
There are two things that sell houses in any market.
Right.
Okay, can you tell us the first one?
Yes, price.
Price is the first one,
Yes.
right? That's why we're talking about it here today, right?
Right.
Price. The second thing is marketing,
Right.
okay? We'll get to marketing in another show. We don't have time to do that today. So we're going to hone in, focus in on today. What do you do to make sure that your home is priced correctly? There's three areas that you want to look at, okay? There's three segments, three parts of the market that you want to take into consideration to price your home, okay?
Right.
You want to look at these three areas. You want to look at homes that are currently active and for sale that are like your home. Now, that's the key.
That's crucial right there.
It's got to be like
a lot
your
of
house.
people miss that.
Absolutely, 100%. They'll look at a bigger house. They'll look at a house maybe that has different types of amenities than the house that they have. The key is you want to look at the same style type house. Now, we're not saying as far as get down and they have the exact same floor and they got the same color wall paint. No. We're saying look at like houses that are like yours. And the first segment you want to look at is the homes that are currently on the market. Now, why are we telling them? Let's pass it over to you.
Okay.
Why are we telling them to look at homes that are currently for sale right now?
Well, obviously, that's where you need to start at because that's your competition.
100%.
Those things are for sale right now.
Would you believe it if we told you was in competition?
Absolutely.
100%, right?
You are always a competition.
You put your house on the market, the neighbor, the other subdivisions got their house on the market.
Yeah.
They want them to buy theirs just as much as you want them to buy yours.
Yes.
So that competition is real. So that is 100% why you have to look at that part of the market.
And even saying you need to look, you want to start out in the closest proximity to you as you can.
Absolutely.
Compare yours to your neighbors.
Apples to apples.
Yeah, now again, we got to be real here.
Right.
We got to be real with each other.
Right. We love being real, right? Spitting fire here right now.
So we got to be real. If yours don't stack up, it don't stack up.
That's
if yours is better, it's better.
That's right.
But we got to be real in this situation.
And there are adjustments you make.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Make those adjustments.
Yeah.
Be smart about it. Now, here's the thing. If you need to sell your house, this is critical.
Right.
Like, this is critical information. Yeah. This is critical that you're able to get this done efficiently. Now, I'm gonna trump the whole thing here, okay? I'm going to stop the whole thing. You want this done right? Call us.
Yeah.
Call us, okay? If you don't want to call us, call your favorite realtor.
Right.
There's all kinds of them. We shout out those realtors in this town all the time.
Right, we do.
We ain't the only game in town. We're just the best, okay?
Right.
But for the others, call your favorite realtor. Call them up. Allow them to do this for you. Their feelings will be taken out. A lot of times it's hard for you as a homeowner to price your house because of feelings.
Listen.
My house is worth to me more than anybody.
Listen.
Sorry about that.
If a realtor walks into your house, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you tell them what you want for it, and that's what you listed at, think again.
Right.
Okay? I wish I had a Lee Corso here and say, not so fast.
Yeah, not so fast.
Right. That might want to raise some concern to you.
That's right.
If it's that fast they can tell you,
right,
it might raise some concern.
Absolutely.
It should.
And listen, there are a lot of experts. There are a lot of people in this market that can probably walk into your house and tell just about what it's worth. True story.
That's true.
But you better get this data.
Yeah.
This data we're talking about here today is gold. It is gold data.
I tell people that all the time. I've got a pretty good gut.
Yes, that's right.
I really believe
right. We got good guts here.
Good gut.
Good guts.
But I want to be 100%.
Mine's about 5 pounds bigger than it was the last time I spoke to these people because I ate so much over the holidays.
But this ain't something we want to go gut on.
No way.
It's not, because if you're trying to sell your house, you want to talk about a gut punch.
Right.
Let your house and neighbor's house be for sale at the same time.
Right.
And somebody comes, looks at both of them,
right.
and neighbor gets a contract.
Right.
Gut punch.
Right. Absolutely. It's not good. It's not a good thing. So again, we're telling you this because 99% of the time you put your house on the market, you need to sell it.
You obviously need to sell it for some reason.
So again, look at like houses, compare apples to apples, and the first segment of the market you want to look at are homes that are currently active for sale. That'll tell you a little bit of a story where your home fits into the market, okay?
Right.
The experts will tell you you don't want to be the lowest price, you don't want to be the highest price. We don't subscribe to that. If your house is the highest price, price it there, right? If it's the lowest, price it there.
Yeah.
But the data is going to tell us exactly what that is. So first area is look at like houses on homes that are currently listed for sale, okay? That's going to tell us kind of where you want to start at, right? As just when you're buying things, a lot of times people know you're starting somewhere, but you will come to another place. So the second area that you want to look at is, again, we're going with like houses all the way through here, but the second area is you want to look at homes that are like yours, same area, same market, that have recently sold.
Right.
Now, you told them why to active. Why do we want to look at sold?
Well, sold means we know. That's another really good indicator of we know.
Something was right.
That's what somebody liked as the price.
Absolutely.
So that's what an appraiser apparently must have saw that it was appraised for that price.
Absolutely. That's exactly right.
Two good things point in your direction.
That's right. Actives is going to probably tell you where you're going to start.
Right.
Solds are going to tell you this is where the rubber's going to meet the road. This is where you're probably going to expect an offer.
Right.
Somewhere in this price range. Somewhere in here, you should be getting an offer on your house. In a perfect world scenario, your active is 3 to 5% higher than what your sold price will come in for. But that's where you're going to make your decision at, right? Mm-hmm. That's where you're going to make your decision, because at the end of the day, that's going to tell you, is this enough to pay my home off if you owe on the home? Is this enough to get you the down payment or the proceeds, the funds that you need to move to wherever you're going?
Right.
It's all going to base all of that around that sold price. Right. That, again, is an estimate of where the house is going to come in, because people have already did the homework for you. Now all you have to do is look at the data, look at that information, and say, hey, where does my house fit in?
Yeah, where do I fit in?
What happens for me? Where does that data, where do these things fit in for me? So first area is active market. Second area is the sold market. And the third and the final area that we need to look in, you go ahead and tell them this one, and I'll tell them why.
Is expired.
Expired.
So you might have to explain what an expired is.
Well, an expired house, of course, is someone that's put their home on the market. Okay. It's been on the market for a period of time. Typically in our area, that is 6 months.
Right.
Okay. Typically people list for 6 months. But during that 6 month period of time, they may have had showings, they may have not. But in the 6 month period of time, the house did not get a contract.
Right.
Or
it didn't close.
It did not close. Absolutely. 100%. That's the thing. So it expired from the real estate market. Now, a lot of times when we're doing these market analysis, when we're talking with our own personal clients about here's how we price your house, we tell them this part here. And we get to the expired part and they're like, well, why in the world would we look at somebody who didn't do it right?
Right.
That is the very reason why we would look at that person, why we would look at that house. Because expired is going to tell us where we don't want to go.
Right. You always usually notice, Okay, it's usually always. Sometimes it's not, but usually always it comes back to what we just said a minute ago.
Right.
Price.
Absolutely.
You'll see they're just a little bit too high.
That's exactly right.
Or you can check into it and something maybe was wrong.
Something may be wrong.
Maybe it's got some things that need to be done to
That's
it.
exactly right.
But again, they're still trying to price it at fair market value.
That's exactly right. So there always can be things wrong.
Right.
There can be things wrong. That's never a foul. As long as this area is adjusted that we're talking about, right?
Right.
As long as that price is where it needs to be, there can be problems with home. People buy them every day with problems with them.
Right.
So that's what you got to look at. But the expireds are going to tell us where that we don't want to go. These people have already tried to price their house in this market value, and it was like yours, and it didn't work out. So why waste your 6 months, wasting your time, getting there, doing that in that market, for that to be able to just mess up, right? 100%. That's why you want to look at, again, those three areas. So you want to look at the solds, you want to look at the actives, you want to look at the expireds. Each one of those will tell you a story, what to do or what not to do with your house. That is, when looking at how to price a home correctly in any market, that's the areas that you want to look at to be able to get that done. Now, going back to what I said in the middle of it, you know somebody, you're thinking about yourself, maybe you just want to know. You've not crossed the bridge yet.
Right.
I'm not sure if I want to do this or not. You need to call one of our agents up here at the office. They come out, they look at your home. They're going to come back, look at all this data for you. They're going to come back with a
CMA, a report,
a market analysis for you to be able to tell you, hey, here's what the market says. That does take our feelings. It takes your feelings. It takes everyone's feelings out of it to make sure that the home is priced correctly. You agree with that?
Absolutely.